Hey YouTube, how we doing? We're going to be looking over this game I played recently, and it's going to give me a chance to talk more and elaborate on the current Teemo jungle meta. As you guys know, I've been playing Teemo all 5 roles this season, and I'm looking pretty good in all of them, and jungle, obviously a favorite forever, right? But Teemo jungle is the worst role for Teemo right now. He feels the weakest in the jungle, unfortunately. This is due to a... There we go. This is due to a slow first clear. He's got one of the slowest first clears in the game. It's also due to him not having the carry potential of other broken jungle champs, right? Now, this game is versus Hecarim, and Hecarim is receiving a buff, so this is going to be a #1 ban, in my opinion. But there's also other champs that give Teemo a problem. On the top of the list, it's Hecarim after his buff, because he just outfarms Teemo jungle and outcarries him, right? Also, Rengar is on the top of the list. He's just crazy right now, and obviously counters Teemo with his bush antics, etc., etc. Assassins are pretty tough to deal with. Kha'Zix starts becoming a problem. Obviously, if they pick Kiana, Talon, they just kind of run you over. And if the bottom line is they farm faster, that means they can gank more, right? And the whole early game is just a drag. Now, on the flip side, Teemo jungle is good into those early game bruisers, right? Because they don't farm as fast, like a Xin Zhao, like a Lee Sin, like a Sejuani, right? Because they farm pretty slow, and you can actually keep up with them. And then, believe it or not, Teemo has pretty good dueling potential early game, especially level 3, level 4. But those are pretty uncommon, right? Like, this is going to be more popular, the Hecarim. But Teemo jungle, there's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of crazy stuff going around. I've been playing Teemo jungle at a high level for a little over 12 years now. Since season 4, I hit Masters. And first off, the runes and builds, right? You can go Dark Harvest. It is a slower rune page, right? Your early game is going to take a plummet, which I don't think is viable. You can go Hail Blades, which is actually performing really well right now. But again, I think the early game is hard to work with those pages because you're missing out on these runes right here. The Alacrity, and then Inspirational Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight, right? More smites equals faster clear. More attack speed equals faster clear. Not having to buy boots equals faster clear. Because again, Teemo's big weakness is first clear, and his clears pre-6 are so slow. So this is my go-to page. I'm going to run it every single game. But Hail Blades is viable. Dark Harvest, you're playing on hard mode. Now, the clear on Teemo itself, I started rates this game if you didn't see, because I was yapping. Because this just offers a lot more protection versus cheese. I didn't know where Hecarim started. So I started the rates. It's just like a safe clear. But obviously starting red's going to be your fastest clear speed. But I do want to highlight how slow he clears. Because no matter what clear you do, whether it's starting red, starting blues, starting rates, if you look at this timer right here, this is going to happen every single time. So if you see Teemo right now, the Scuttle just spawned at 255. I'm not even done with my blue buff. And additionally, you have to use 2 smites to clear it. Use my second smite there. This is a problem. Because this is why Teemo Jungle is a B or C tier pick. Because this right here, no other meta champion has this problem. 301 clear using bolt smites. Now again, if you start race versus red versus blue, it's all going to be around the same. You are not going to be able to full clear before Scuttle spawns. And if we were to flip this Fog of War, Hecarim, on the other hand, right, who's a healthy jungle champ, he full cleared and he's on Scuttle Crab by the time I even full clear. Sometimes it will be so sometimes what even happen is that they'll full clear and they'll meet your blue and start contesting your blue, right? So it's kind of like, it's insanely not fair or balanced. And you're going to see here, right? The Hecarim, he is done with his red. I'm still clearing my blue. 3 seconds before Soto spawns. This is a healthy champ. And you're going to see this problem. Sometimes it rears its ugly head. Sometimes you can work it, but this is what's holding Teemo back. I don't feel like any other role has this problem, right? Top lane, when you're in a decent lane, sure, if you get counterpick top lane, it feels miserable. If you get counterpick mid lane, it feels miserable. But at all the top, middle, and bottom, if you're in a neutral lane, it feels like you're strong off the bat. It feels like you can play the game. With Teemo Jungle, this problem, unfortunately, you can't play the game early. So this is... We're back with another pie market. This one was equal parts silly and interesting. Will Faker become president of South Korea by the end of the year? It was trending on social media. That's what kind of caught my interest. Listen, crazier things have happened. Is this really an under 1% chance? Do you just put no and get your money, or do we, send a yes in there? The world is crazy right now. You never know. Faker is a celebrity. When I was over there, it felt like normal people knew him, and there was posters, so you never know. Koreans take their gaming serious. I just figured I'd share. I thought this was funny. Also, give my code in the bottom left corner. Shout out Manko1. Make an account. Go get some free cash and enjoy the game. Attempt, right? But that invade will work with every other jungler. That's like the kind of the hindrance. And of course, in hindsight, I shouldn't have gone for it. I should have known the hacker could be there and contest it. But he's up 4 CS, so he already has another camp on me, right? So it's like, yeah, it's hard mode. But you're gonna see, and of course, everything is over. You can overcome anything, right? Like I'm just showing the pros and cons really of the Teemo jungle pick. And we're going to overcome it, right? We're going to speed it up a little bit. We farm. Again, got to get those clears. And now with builds, we talked about the runes. The build I'm going right now is Static Shiv and a Terminus. I think this build is insane for every role. I'm even running it support, right? Because the Static Shiv is a hybrid item. Terminus got a double hybrid buff, So it just works all so well together, and it's awesome. Got our first gank on the board here. We get the Zillion ult. It's chill. I probably shouldn't have killed him, so he didn't revive. But that's, a little poke, and then we go back to our farm. But, again, right, just having to farm the entire early game feels so bad, because not all champs have this problem. And you're going to see I start to fall behind here, right? You're going to notice we're already behind, which is like, I don't think Hecarim even did anything. So we're down 9 CS here. Our bot lane gets double kills. It's looking like a hard game. Waiting here for a second. I do grubs, got him for free. Love that for me. Hecarim didn't show his ugly head, but we're still down 11 CS. They're still behind a little bit. Hecarim goes to my blue, and we fight it immediately, right? My bot lane was there. Check out how this fight goes. Nice hook from Thresh. We kind of pop the Hecarim here, right? Hecarim gets popped, it gets Zillion ulted. We unfortunately get rolled. We get rolled. Quinn was late to the fight. We held it down. It is what it is. That's fine. Tough outing for us. Hecarim's now 1-0-2, but again, note the farm. He's up 15 CS just for fun. I don't feel like he's even done anything. And I don't think I've been that inefficient. Like, my one inefficient thing is going for that Gromp, right? We try and poke bottom, no dice. This is unskilled, right? Bad look for me. Let me lower the volume. It's kind of ringing my brain here. There we go. Okay, so, I mean, as you see here, we're down 25 CS now. And again, like, where'd that come from? How are we down 25 CS? It feels pretty bad. Hecarim took all my top camps. He just got there really fast, right? Down 30 CS. Game's looking like... Again, this feeling happens often. I'm sure you experience this, where the game just feels like, damn, it's already, like, over, right? It's already over. It's out of my control. This feels terrible. And this is, like, the Teemo jungle effect that maybe I'm just coping, right? Maybe I'm just playing poorly and I don't know it. I don't see, like, again, the Gromp overextend, maybe the bot lane overextend, but those couple seconds here and there, 30 CS gap, it's kind of like the hard thing. Or is Hecarim just broken, right? And he's getting buffs, so. It's all stuff that I'm just thinking about in the jungle role, and I want to know how you feel about it. Hecarim face checks there. We get his ult. That's awesome. Fast forward a little bit. We just take a peek in here. Couldn't get the Zillion. It was warded. That's fine. Got a nice hook from Threshkin. He's playing pretty well. We take this fight, and this is where Teemo excels. We get a big kill there. Much needed. This is where Teemo excels. When you have this press attack rune page, pumped out 400 damage there, right? He excels in these little skirmishes. Now, Reddit's not going to tell you that, and maybe if you're watching Tarzan, he's not going to say Teemo jungle is strong in the early skirmishes, but I'm telling you, he is. This is where he shines. Quinn dies there, unfortunate. So now we got a kill. We're on the board. We're still vastly behind. But again, this isn't a video complaining about Teemo jungle. This is a video where we're going to show you how to still win with Teemo jungle. I hope I'm not coming off complaining. I love Teemo jungle. I'm just noting, like, my grievances with him, I would say. So this is my build. I go Static Shiv, Gluttonous Greaves, and I'll go Terminus second. And then the third item is more like a flex pick between Dusk and Dawn, Zanya's, Landry's. We go bottom here. We clean up a kill. The Queen gets popped. We grab this little guy. Shutdown, so it's our second shutdown. We're on the board gold-wise. We're actually even with Hecarim, but we're down 40 CS and down 2 levels. That's kind of the stinker. Hecarim runs at me. We don't die, right? We play smart, put our damage down, wait for the squad. Runs at me again. Get my damage in. Get the Hecarim ult. Rakan goes in. We flash. Like, again, early skirmish. See how good... He's really good at those early skirmishes, right? And this is... Yeah. I don't see the notion that Teemo's weak. This was funny. Why did Twitch heal that guy there? That was like... I was so confused with that. I don't know why. Can someone explain to me why Twitch did negative damage? Because our Twitch has an item, right? But it felt like... I don't know. It felt like his... Like, it was just going through him. I don't know why. Like, look at the damage Hecarim took. If we look at Hecarim's HP, 943, 892, 840, 770. So 50 damage a hit. I could have sworn Twitch does way more damage. He didn't get his E off, but still, he freaking hit. I was like, what the hell? But this game, again, it's going okay, right? Like, if you were to add, if this wasn't me, if I didn't know the outcome, I would say we lost, right? Like, they have a Fed Hecarim, they have a Fed Zillion versus Quinn, or Quinn's 0-3, Fed Kaisa. Like, no way we're winning this. But alas, we'll see how it ends up. We're 3-0, but we're still behind 2 levels, right? So it doesn't feel good still. I go my top camps here. Grab the rates, then we fight for the scuttle. And again, Again, this is the biggest misconception about Teemo. He excels in these early game fights. He excels in the skirmishes. A lot of Teemo players don't look for these, but I swear this is the strongest spot in the game. Because you can manage the game. Grab a camp. First counter jungle of the game. He got Herald, I get Drake. That's fine. Get a nice another hook that's rushed on fire. We have a little crazy fight going on here. We're good. Get another camp. I shroom the camps. I value clear speed a lot. I want to be fighting as much as possible. You're seeing the thing here. I don't just shroom randomly. And I don't go shroom build, right? I value clear the jungle so you can gank and play the game at skirmish.
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
So far, this is like average gameplay, right? Nothing crazy. I'm 3-0. Hecarim's 1-1-4. I caught up a little bit. I'm only down 1 level now. So you're noticing, like, after the early game, it starts getting better, right? The early game, you just get put in such a hole, but it does start getting better. Clear our camps real fast. Then we look to go fight. See if we can get on the map here. Rip a blind on the Kaisa. Quinn got on the Kaisa. Very nice. I ripped the Rakan's head. Boom. 2 kills for us. Very good. We're like already back in the game off that. Gonna play this safe a little bit. See how it turns out. Not overcommitting. Thresh. This Thresh is a god. Kill the Hecarim. Very nice. That was really big for us. Now it feels like we're at, like, now it feels good, you know? This is the first time 19 minutes this game has felt good. This Lissandra just wasn't paying attention. We get a freebie here. Thank you, Shiv. So now it's like, hey, now I feel like a champ. Now I feel like it's playable, but it's 19 minutes in. Sometimes you don't get this luxury. And again, I'm using an early game rune page, right? Press E tag, 900 damage. So, like, I feel like I can just start playing the game now, and that's me putting all my chips in an early game basket. I can't imagine how it's like if you're running Dark Harvest so slow early, right? We are finally caught up in CS, caught up in levels. 19 minutes. That's the hard part about playing Teemo Jungle. We're playing in such an early game meta, so, like, I'm very lucky we got to this point. And we are playing well. We're just making, you know, nice, tight decisions. No griefing, no trolling. We got 1 Drake, but nothing crazy, right? Now, this is where I feel like, hey, I can play the game now, right? And this is where Teemo Jungle starts feeling good. But again, this only happens, like, this doesn't happen versus good jungle matchups as in Zhao the Lee Sin. Like, sure, they can roll you, but I don't usually have a problem with that. This only happens versus power farmers. Sweeping around, hanging around, just hanging around. Okay, we look for a fight mid lane here. Again, I think this is Teemo's strength. Early mid-game scuffles. Twitch rips it. I'm just cranking, right? Me and Twitch are both double cranking. Zillion ult. Pretty controlled fight from both teams. Go get another Drake. Thank you. Looks like we're going for another fight. Remember, I'm just, yep. Just gliding, just hanging, just damaging. Get my scut. Also, check the Twitch dies there. Also, look at the build, right? I'm going Dusk and Dawn third, just so I can crank through their team. I don't really need a Zanya's. What am I going to get Zanya's? Lissandra R, Hecarim R? Probably not. I would go Zanya's if it's something really scary, but Dusk and Dawn is just like damage throughput. Zanya's fourth probably this game. I would go Leandri's if they're tanky, but they're not, right? Only one of them have HP. Spirit Shojin, this is 350. Yeah. Thresh, I mean, Rakana's a little bit, but Leandri's I really think is a tank shredder only. So we're finally ahead in CS. We're at 3 items now, so now we're really strong. So again, like the synopsis of the game so far, the early game is insanely terrible, but now we get to start playing. But again, I don't think it's because team like. I would be okay, like, if I'm playing something super late game, but I don't think Teemo's, like, a late game, do-nothing, early game champ. Am I in the wrong? You guys let me know, because I don't view Teemo as that. Like, if I'm playing Kale Jungle, okay, this is normal. If I'm playing, maybe Lilia, who has to farm early, it's normal. But I don't think Teemo is a late game only champ. Good hook by Thresh. This fight was crazy. Check this out. Look at the Twitch glide. Twitch gets Lissandra ulted, but still cranks. Look at this damage. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm coming in just with the shiv, right? I just come in and clean house here. Take you, take you. Nice. So we kind of just, you know, boom. Now it's just like Teemo's Wonderland. Now we're feeling strong. We're up freaking 2k gold on Hecarim. But again, right, getting through the early game is so damn hard. And versus Hecarim, it's never going to be easy. We get Baron, nice. Clear another round of camps. Getting that Zanya's fourth. They don't go down easy, too. Keep clearing. And again, I feel like this is just good jungle gameplay. No mistakes. Keep your farm up. Get your picks. Get your fights in. We glide on the sun. Look at that damage, by the way. Check that damage out. The reason I like this build, it kind of gives everything, right? So, like, if you look at my stats, I have 191 AD, 185 AP, and that converts with the Terminus. 58 damage on hit. But look at the build, right? I have a little bit of health here. I have a little bit of health, a little bit of healing from this item, a little bit of attack speed. I have all my damage here and movement speed. And then I have my pen here and resistances. And then my boots give Omnivamp. So, like, I think this build's unmatched. It gives you a little of everything. Like, maybe it doesn't have the same burst potential as raw AP Teemo. But if you look at this right here, you're going to notice it does. On paper, it doesn't. But what is this then, right? Look at this burst on Lissandra. We go auto. Auto. Look at that. One auto. I don't even get my Q off. So on paper it doesn't have burst, but I think that's a lie. Then we hit a good Zanya's here to not die. Team backs us up. Rakan overcommits. He dies too. Boom to the poison right here, right? Boom, he dies. Push bot lane. Maybe I should have went mid here. So yeah, so this, I mean, we're still going to watch this game because, like I said, I was very happy with this performance. But you can see the early game such a struggle, and I feel like that very often. What do you guys think? But this is kind of how to beat, you know, the... It's going to sound stupid, but how do you beat, like, broken jungle champs? Or, like, how do you beat a Hecarim who's just going to be the leg up on you? Just don't make mistakes. Literally just never die. Like, it may sound stupid. It may sound like, yeah, duh, but, like, actually do it. Like, this isn't... I don't think this was a riveting, entertaining game. It's just fundamentals, right? I get my farm, I get my objectives, I play off my team, and I literally never died. We get top in it here. It's pretty massive. My team died bottom. We crank on them. I kind of get fried hit, get ulted here. Fiora gets a kill. We're out. And we got inhib, so it's already worth it. And we're gone. Fiora lives. I damn near crap myself over here trying to help her. I probably shouldn't have even done this, right? This is terrifying. Got a couple flashes, though. She dies, I'm out. It's a clean game. Now we've officially pulled ahead, right? Again, always getting those camps. Keep going. I don't have enough gold for my Zanya, so grab another round. Yeah, shroom the camp there. Probably not valuable. Just have it. Another round of camps. Kill the Rakan there. Clean house. GG. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about Teemo Jungle. Let me know what you think about this game. If I made it look easy, if my team was OP, if I'm OP. Let me know what you think about everything. And also, it's nice seeing y'all again. I just want to kind of show face and say, hey, we're doing it. GG's, y'all.